Who said you can't go home? Real Estate Exposed, brought to you by Signature Real Estate. Real Estate Exposed is all about helping homeowners and those who would like to be homeowners and those who would like to get into real estate.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Vandana Bala, one of the, what am I?
One of the
Hosts.
corporate broker.
I'm one of the hosts of Real Estate Exposed.
Let me try this because I've always daydreamed this, that I would actually open this show. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Estate Exposed, where we expose all things real estate from in Las Vegas and across the country. I'm here with our beautiful co-host, Vandana Bala, corporate broker of Signature Real Estate Group. And I am Shelly Panzarella, branch manager of Prosperity Lending.
That was pretty on point.
Was it? You like it? All right, you'll hire me back?
Yeah, it was much better than the crap that I put out every single week, and it's way better than what Brandon did last week.
Oh,
Brandon has it scripted and shit.
Really?
Yeah, you should listen to it. So
I'm not gonna lie, I
didn't
did too.
watch last week's show.
I
but
did.
He had it all scripted.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You did.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
I'm bummed
my
about-
pleasure.
Now I feel so weird. I feel like I haven't done something.
Well, so what do we
right?
do?
So
We
it's
gotta
oh, yeah. So you have to like and subscribe and push the notification button. So I can
Alright.
do that part. You could do the other part.
Okay.
I think we got
No.
this. We could just rotate this out. I think it'll be great. All right. So I've got my
Maybe it looks
laptop
fun.
out for a reason because we do stats every single week. Last week, Tom did it, and he did primarily on the median price. And I had this conversation several years ago, in fact, about why the association puts out median price versus average price, right? Because I prefer looking at the average price of homes that have sold, but I guess I understand why the median is used.
Why is it?
It's because it's the median.
It's halfway between the
It's
high and the
halfway
low.
It's
Okay.
halfway between the highest and the lowest, whereas average is like all of them added together, divided by
Divided
the
by-
number of whatever. And so, but the problem is I mean, I can see both, so I can report on both. So I think I'll just report on both.
Okay, let's
Because
report on both.
The local association does median price and not, what did I say? Average price.
average.
I'm losing my mind today. All right, so let's talk about new listings. We have 1,014 new listings. I feel like that number hasn't changed. Like that's been a consistent number for months.
Yeah,
Like that's not changing.
I agree.
Why is that?
I was going to ask you that same question
Oh,
because
'cause
nobody's
I'm the
listing their
realtor.
homes,
Yeah. Nobody
or
wants
the
to sell
same
their
amount of
home.
people are listing their homes.
Problem is that sellers are
It's
saying,
algebra?
where am I going to go? Like, I'll
Yeah.
sell my house and I know I'm going to get big bucks for it, big bang bucks, big bug bucks.
Big bucks,
Big bucks.
getting big bang for their bucks.
Big bag for their, no, big bucks.
Rural.
for their
I feel like we're
home.
having our first episode again. Rural.
So they're going to get big bucks for their homes, but they've got nowhere to go, right? And so it's funny because one of the things that I tell the agents on my team is that you guys should really be focusing on what that solution looks like, right? Where are they going to go if they sell their home? Is there going to be an Airbnb? Should they go rent somewhere temporarily while they're, looking for a new property? Do they want to buy something? Do they want to rent? Your hair looks great. Do they want to rent for a year or 6 months before? And then I've got buyers who I've been working with for months who are just like, I'm just waiting for the market to calm down. I'm like, it hasn't in like a year. Let's
Buyers or
just
sellers
go.
that are waiting?
Buyers. They're
Really?
waiting for the market to calm down. And I'm like, your interest rates are going to go up. So that means that you're not going to get as much bang for your buck.
Yes.
See, that's what I was trying to say earlier, but it made more sense for buyers than it does for sellers.
To get more bang for their buck.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So anyways, so that's sort of some of the things that we're dealing with. All right. New listings. Why are you laughing, Beta? Are
Because
we
my
too
hair
far
looks like
apart?
crazy. We are a little, right?
Why
I
are we
feel
so far apart?
Beta was.
Hold on, we're gonna move this right now.
And can you get my hair done?
It's like we're
'Cause
doing
this looks-
6 foot. How? Oh, that's why.
that better?
Because it's easier to get my
Crap.
Like a whole thing. Okay, so new listings 1,014. Just FYI, I have inspections going on right now at a property in Topanga, California, and so they might call me. And if they do, I'll
Okay,
just have
Brandon,
to
we'll
take
let
it.
you go ahead and take your commission reports right now. No problem.
No, I'm not going to sign any commission stuff. I did that already. All right, so let me go back to this because I got to
Okay.
finish this section so that we can move on. New listings 1,014. Under contract as of right now, we have no shows at 1,014 and then shows at 387. So about 1,400-ish under contract at the current time. And in the last 7 days, we've sold 1,061 properties. Oh, look at that. So this is a weird thing. Now that I've moved,
Now
this
that
is right in
the
my
microphone
face.
isn't. So
People
Beta
need to
Max,
see
what do
me.
we do? Should we move?
You see me.
Yeah.
All right, it's fine.
Can you also get
Beta's
the lighting?
working
I've
it
had a
out.
couple shades of sunshine for the last 2 weeks, and so I think the lighting should actually be on me today. Just saying. Okay,
Back from
sorry.
Hawaii, you are. All right, so lowest priced property sold.
25,000.
Close, 37,000.
Woo, really?
37,000.
Condo here in
It's
Vegas?
North 6th Street. It was a single family home, 835 square feet. They
No
do exist.
way.
Yeah, they do exist.
Dang.
All right, highest priced.
3.2.
Nope. 14,690,000.
Was that, is that the home? No, it's not the home that we had. You guys had a sales meeting
No,
on.
so we had a sales in our company at 16 million. It was 16,250 and it was like a penthouse at the Martin.
Wow.
But this one is 15. It was listed at 15.9. It was in Askaya. And it sold for 14,890,000.
I was close. That's a nice. That's a nice mortgage
It was
payment.
not a inside job.
No. How long was it on the market?
It was on the market for 68 days from listing to close, but only on the market, like from list to contract, 9 days.
List to contract.
Which is kind of cool. So from the list date to the date that they went into contract was 9 days.
But how did
Then
they have
from the-
68 days? Oh, to closing. I gotcha. The lender took a little long
She's
while
so
to
pretty.
get.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
It's been a long
So
time.
then it was 59 more days to get it closed.
That sounds about right. Within 60 days to close a jumbo loan,
Yeah.
a super gigantic jumbo loan.
So does somebody get like 6 loans for that, or do they just get one jumbo?
I would hope it only
Like a
be
big
one
jumbo.
jumbo loan.
Just
That
one
would
big
be
jumbo.
yes.
Got it.
Altogether.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I've never done a sale that high.
No,
No,
not yet.
Not yet. Nope.
There'll
not
be a
yet.
day.
So anyway, so that's that. And then let's look at really quickly in the last 7 days, we're going to find the average. No, the median or whatever I want
Both.
to do.
You're
I'm gonna
doing
do
both.
I'm going to do both.
Yeah.
Okay. So the median days on market for all the sold properties in the last 7 days was 18. Nope, I lied. That's 7. The median was 7. The average was 18. I'm
Days
doing
on-
this live.
The median is 7.
No, yeah. And the average was 18
How's
days.
that?
So the median is in the middle. We talked about
yes,
this. We already talked about this,
Okay, so the
right?
middle of 7 would have been 14. So 14-day close of escrows. Am I?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
But you have
that's
an average
weird.
of 21
So I don't know.
or 18.
That's why I don't get it.
This is why I do math, folks. This is why I'm the lender.
So then the average is 18 days.
Okay.
Okay. And the average or the median price for closed properties, 362,000. The median, 362, closing in on 400,000.
That's lower, isn't it? I think we're at 375. No.
Maybe. Yeah. And then
2
I
weeks.
wasn't here last week, so
I
I don't
know.
I mean, I listened,
kidding.
but it was Tom giving the stats, and so I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, me neither.
And then there was 447,000 was the average price of
Okay.
all sold properties.
447,000.
447.
You know, I read
29.
something that said that over 50% across the country, over 50% of the homes that were sold in May were over list price. Is that high?
I'm sorry,
Overacting,
repeat that.
over list price. So
I couldn't do two things at one time. Say that again.
more than 50% of the homes that were listed were contracted over list price.
Correct.
That's a lot, right? Normally,
It's got to be more than 75.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, so you're saying that's a nationwide
that's
thing?
nationwide. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy though.
That sounds about right.
That's a high. I mean, high.
Well, and so you have to also remember there's going to be some sellers that are overpriced
Yeah.
as it is, and so
Right.
they're not going to get list price numbers. They may get
Got
a
it.
little less.
They
price.
start
That's
high.
why. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
But
it.
for a really long time until sellers caught on, we were at like 100% list price.
Really?
Yeah, here in Vegas we are. Yeah,
At list price, but not over.
over list. So it's
Oh.
usually 100 to 102% is what
Wow.
we get. I know it's crazy.
I thought that was breaking news. Guess not.
Breaking news. Not really.
Okay.
Do you have one of those computers that you can touch and it does stuff?
Yes. Why is it doing something?
No, I
Oh.
just thought maybe because the phone was on it.
No, the
It's
phone was
tripping
on
me
it, so I
out.
could check my face.
Your face looks great.
Thank you.
Your hair's a little off, but your
I
face
know,
looks great.
right?
No, it's fine. You know what I did though? Let me just tell you guys.
We're
I cut
so
my own
jacked up
bangs.
right now.
So I cut my own bangs, and I'm going out to dinner with my friend who's also my hair person, and
Oh, that
she's
was
gonna kick
smart.
she's gonna kick
'Cause
my ass.
you think she's not going to notice?
Before I left for immersion, my hair was like down to here. My bangs were like down to here. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to get, like, I've watched the videos. I know I'm going to get wet. I know my hair is going to be all over the place. And so I just want to get it short. I want it to be like at whatever. And so I didn't even pay attention. I like grabbed it, put it to the side. Well, when you do it to the side, it cuts it like weird. So for the longest time, I had this like swerve. It was like a U.
Immersion was last week. So what are you talking about? Longest time being yesterday?
For like a week, it was like that. And then because I had no energy and no time to cut it right. And then when I got back, I looked at it yesterday and I was like, I was teaching a class. And while I'm because you know, when you teach classes on Zoom, you can see yourself.
Yeah, I hate that's so
And
distracting.
I'm looking at myself and I'm like, my bangs look ridiculous right now.
I think they look good.
Well, because I went and cut them in the middle of class.
Oh, you're like, we're going to
gave
take a
everybody a
10-minute CE break and
Pretty much. I gave everybody a break and I was like, I'm going to fix this shit. And
back
here I
to
go.
you guys.
Yeah.
Well, you did a good job. I don't think she'll notice.
She'll notice.
She'll notice.
100%
Money.
notice.
Well, of course,
Every
she's one of
time-
our favorite fans right now. So
every time I see her and because I do this every so often because I stopped having her cut my hair and I don't have her dye it, right? I don't dye it anymore. I just decided I wasn't going to do that. And so every time I see her, it's just the kids that get their hair cut. And so I forget to get my bangs cut or, you know.
couldn't you just ask her like, hey, after you're done cutting my sons, could you just
that would
take
that
a
would mean that I have to remember that.
Oh, got it.
That's the problem. I don't remember that.
Maybe you should tell her tonight. Like, hey, when my sons come over, could you just take a little on my bangs?
Shake. Yeah.
Shake it.
Do your
So
thing.
can we talk about immersion?
Sure.
Did you want to, is that on the agenda?
It's not, but I'm happy to talk about it.
Okay. Do you want to
Yeah.
share some of your experience?
I mean, you've been there too. I'm
It's
not
been
the
2 years.
first.
Can you believe that?
Has it been?
It's September 2019.
It's been, I mean, I feel like I got like day 1 and 2, I feel like a fire hydrant like blew up in my face.
Really? I felt like I was getting my ass whooped.
Well, that too, from the fire hydrant. But
Yeah.
I felt like I was getting my ass kicked, but I also felt like I had so much coming at me that it was a lot to like really consume.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I also gained a ton of weight, but I think that might have been like
Traveling.
inflammation, travel, all that stuff.
Could have been that neck disc thing you got going on.
Yeah.
A little bit of inflammation.
So I had that experience of like day 2. I'm like, God, this is a lot. And I'm so thankful because you had told me before I left, like, journal everything, right? Journal everything when you get back. You actually told me to video journal. I didn't hear the video part. But also, no, I did hear the video
Tomato.
part.
It's fine.
I did hear the video part. I just looked at myself in the video and was like,
Same.
nope, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, same.
Just write this shit down. And so I wrote it.
Yeah.
So I wrote every morning and I wrote every night, but it was the most bizarre thing because what I came back with at night was not the same thing that I got in the morning. Like
Yeah.
once I had some time to think about it. And I also couldn't sleep. I was tired as shit, right? Every single night we came back, I was exhausted, like physically exhausted. I used to walk in and fully clothed in the shower and like taking a shower
yeah.
like that. Cause it was just impossible to do anything else.
Yeah. So I would take everything out in like a towel. I'd lay the towel down and just so that everything stayed
Oh
inside
yeah,
of
no,
the towel.
my shit was in a corner. Like
Really?
while I was in the shower, I would take it off and throw it in the corner. I'm like, I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it later.
So maybe you should tell our audience what that experience looks like so they understand why you're taking showers with your clothes on.
Doesn't everybody take showers with their clothes
I mean,
on?
only on
Is that
Fridays,
weird?
but that's later.
That's weird. Keep my clothes on all the time in the shower.
So
How else are you supposed to do that in public? I'm just kidding.
in public. It's not in public though.
Yeah, it's very intense. It's a lot of, and I don't want to give it away for anybody who wants, like, I don't want to screw up the experience for anybody, right? Which is probably why you didn't tell me. I mean, but yours is also
You
very
watched
different than
2,000
mine.
videos on it.
I
What are you
did.
talking
So
about?
here's the funny thing. I must have watched probably like 15 videos. The guys want from the Titans, the Shield Maidens. I watched all of them. What we did was like similar, but totally different.
Same, no same,
But
same.
no same, right? It was like, it was like the same, but not.
Yeah.
Not at all, because it was very there. And I was just telling Tanya outside, I was like, you know, you guys had this experience and we had this, and one of her sisters that went through the program with her was a coach at mine, and I almost killed her. Like I told her at the end of the night, I'm going to shank you. Like
Scary.
Yeah.
And she's legit when
I
she
was
says that stuff.
so mad like a couple of those days, all of those days. And like I seriously wanted to kill her. She's the sweetest fucking person. Oh, sorry. I said
Your
that.
mom's watching.
I'm sorry, Mom. She's the sweetest person like ever. And I felt bad like afterwards. And I did tell her, I was like, I was going to shank you. And,
You don't
no,
normally
it's good.
smile and say that after you say that to me.
I don't normally. Yeah, no. I usually say I'm going to cut you.
You
with
do.
a K. Yeah,
I'm gonna
different.
cut you, and then
I'm gonna cut
the little gif
Yeah.
comes next to it. Yeah, that shows me what that looks like. So you went through the experience, but I think it's not just the fact that you got your ass kicked the first 2 days.
Yeah.
You got your ass kicked as far
Every
as
day. But
yeah.
there's a lot of things. I think the program itself, the way that it's structured, is amazing. Where they, ultimately work you and physically to really like get your head straight, which is it sounds bizarre. One of my agents actually on the team, she said, "So is it one of those like they're going to break you to make you type of things?" And I go,
Yep.
"Probably. It's a little bit like that." But also there's so many like intense things that you just don't think about in the way that they have you think about it, right? Like we read a lot of books, and so we hear things here and there, but to apply it all together in one program in 4 days, like that's what I mean. Like I feel like I had a fire hydrant, like blow
lot
up
of
in my
stuff
face.
coming
It
in,
was-
yeah.
It was a lot because it's the culmination of tons of years and years of whatever coaching he's had and he's put together, and then just brought together. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's good.
A good experience.
A
So
great
well worth the
experience,
time that
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
out.
I'm glad I went when I went. Had I gone sooner, I probably wouldn't have been ready for it. Number one. Are you hot?
I'm dying.
Are you?
It's hot.
Yeah. Should we talk about how you had a wet
I'm
t-shirt
having-
contest with your
Oh my
client?
god! I just might
yesterday?
actually do it again today. Hold on a second.
Are you going through menopause here?
I don't know what's happening. Sorry. Go back to you. Back to you.
I forgot what I was saying. That's it. Let's talk about you.
You said immersion and
I don't know.
yeah.
I forgot. That was so 5
program.
seconds ago.
I know the program.
Yeah.
Well, what would be your number one takeaway? What's your high from that?
God, I think my biggest thing was that, and it was funny because I came back even realizing that I still haven't gotten rid of the mindset for it, but I'm now it triggers, right? Jesus, stop
I'm
it.
dying.
This is
I'm
crazy.
sorry.
Are you nuts?
I don't know. Go ahead.
So for me, it was the fact that I need to just let people help, right? Like I can't do it all by myself all the time. Like there are some things that some people are just going to have to do for me, and it's
Yeah.
okay. And I just need to let them do it. That was surprisingly the hardest thing for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I see
that was
that.
one of the hardest things for
Yeah,
me.
I
When
can
I was
see
like,
that.
I can't
You're a
do
little bit of a
this.
control freak.
I know. Or I was like, I can't do this, but I'm going to try anyway. They're like, no, we're going to handle it. We're going to, right. It was a lot.
Yeah. I would say that was probably one of the biggest things is the takeaways for me too, was that well, and I will say they break you down and lift you up 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was definitely
Yeah.
one of the biggest things other than losing all the sand too. Do you still have a ton of sand in
Oh my
your-
God. I washed my clothes like 17 times. And then I went outside. So I must have washed my clothes like 4 times when I got back. All my shit was still in a corner, like in the shower.
Potty mouth today.
I say shit all the time. This is a thing. This is our show. It's called Exposed.
Got it.
I usually don't say further, but you are sweating.
I am. Am I really? I'll be right back. Let me grab a tissue.
What is happening? Am I still talking to you or am I talking to myself? I'm just okay. So what? Where are you going? She's like left. She's left the building. Shelly's left the building. I know, but who am I going to tell the story to? I'll tell Beta, but then you won't know what to ask me when you come back. She's gone. She just left. It's a thing. She just took off on us. I don't even remember what I was saying. Do you remember what I was saying, Beta? Come here. Come join us, Beta. Forget Shelly. We're just gonna have you in here. Huh? You feel like Tom Blanchard. This is Beta, everybody. Nobody's ever got to see him before.
Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
You're talking about your story.
What
Do I
story?
look better? It's not
Much
as
better.
shiny.
What story?
Ooh.
Can we move that camera a little bit this way so it's better on
We're
me?
live. That's awesome. So let me tell you about my story yesterday, which is pretty much what's happening right now. So I was at the office and literally same thing, same story. Oh, like everybody's watch. I had a suit on, right? I'm in there and I'm like, man, it's kind of steamy in here, but I know I was running a little bit late, so I had to, I was running literally to the appointment. So I was like, okay, maybe this is my body like slowing down. I'm sitting in there doing a pre-qual for a client, and I'm like, man, it's getting hot. So I take off my suit jacket. I'm sitting there more, and I'm like, dripping sweat. I'm like,
We're trying to save money on air conditioning.
I don't know what was happening. So I look at the guy, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I'm a little hot. And he's like, oh, it's 115 outside. I can totally understand. I grab like a box of tissues, and I'm like, literally the whole time I'm
The
talking to
entire
him.
box.
And so I looked down at my shirt and I'm like wet, and I'm wearing a white t-shirt.
Again today.
I know. I mean, I was going to put the jacket on, but there's no way in heck. Anyway, so I was like, I got to go. I got to be right back. Try to dry myself off. And I don't know what happened.
Need a prostitute shower.
Persia came by and she's like, oh my God, we didn't turn on this side of the air conditioning. So I don't know what's happening here, but I'm a little, it could be me too. It could totally be me. But back to you.
Why back to me? Why is it always back to me? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about more you.
not.
Do you want to? Are you going to be okay? You want to
Yeah.
talk about rates?
No, let's not talk about
What are you doing again? You know what you should get? Oh my God! So
a fan.
2 weeks ago, last week I was in Destin for immersion.
Yeah.
And then the week before I was in California, and I went to go visit Susan over in our Myriad office. And I will tell you, that woman inspires me every time I see her.
She does. She's
She's
amazing.
a phenomenal
Yeah,
human.
she is.
Absolutely phenomenal. The way that she runs her company, the way that she treats her agents, the way that she always wants to see everybody grow, and
Yeah.
she's just I want to be Susan when I grow up.
What makes you think you're not?
Oh, so thanks.
Brownie
I appreciate
points.
that. What do you want from me?
That pot was good.
The hot pot? Oh,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was good.
Right? So I was so impressed by just everything that she does, everything that she's got going on at her company. She's just really genuinely cares about people. It's crazy. So that part is
So
not
that I was gonna say, you probably took that
That's-
breakthrough though, right?
Yeah.
From
immersion.
immersion, yeah.
Shelly can't think straight because she's fanning
I'm
herself.
literally dying right now, but it's okay.
But
The show
I
must
thought
go
of
on.
Susan, because when I went to her office 2 years ago, she had this mini fan, right here. It was a
Oh.
necklace, and it was this mini fan that was just sitting on a necklace. and
It's
she would
early.
just turn it on. I'm like, what the shit is that? And she was like, it's my menopause fan.
Where do you get that
on
at?
Amazon.
Get out! I don't know if this is menopause. I have
So
to think I'm too young
it's
for
the
that.
coolest thing. It's this little square deal.
It's just like
and
this-
the kids were so excited about it. They were like, "Mom, when we go to Disneyland, can we get that for next time?" And so
Oh,
we
yeah.
did. I got them little mini fans, and it was awesome.
Really?
It would just blow air up their chins.
All right,
and
next
into your
show you won't
faces.
see the waterworks from me. You'll be able to. I'll go get
crazy.
my own fan.
Yeah. So, anyways,
That's awesome.
so that was a really good trip because I'm starting my team out there.
Are you?
Yeah.
You have a really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
good for you. Did you know I'm licensed out in California?
Huh?
I'm licensed in California.
Are you really?
I am.
Oh.
Wow,
Good to
look at
know.
that.
Well, right now I've got my first escrow that's opened already. It's a $2 million house.
What
in
size?
Topanga.
What is that?
It's a
1,300
600 square foot home.
Oh my gosh.
No, so it's on tax records. It's 560 something.
Oh, you're
but
not joking.
I'm not joking. But the actual unpermitted work, about 1900.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they have permitted the house?
Because it's in Topanga, and with Topanga, you can't really get permits. They're coastal, and so it's really hard to get stuff permitted out there. So people just don't. They just do it, and they're like, "Sorry." It's one
Got
of
it.
those ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Or
And how they
whatever.
can sell it then as a 600. They can't sell it as a.
So they sell it as a
1900?
19. Before I even put that into contract, like I had my clients call the insurance company, make sure they can get it insured. I mean, Topanga is where they have a ton of fires all the
Yeah,
time too,
yeah.
right? So I was like,
It's on the
God
hillside,
forbid
right,
something.
in
It's
LA?
on a hillside, like in the middle of a forest practically.
Yeah.
But it's lots of acreage, and that's just it, right? A lot of people are now. They're in a position where they. I love it. They're in a position.
you know
Come
I
on
was
in.
hot?
Come on in.
Can
You
you
can
see
come
I'm
in.
hot?
This is we don't worry about us. We're
I've
live
already
and
walked
everything.
off the set
but
and back on. I really do have. Thank you. Do I look like I'm dripping sweat now?
no, not
Okay, it's
not as
coming.
bad as it was. You've calmed down.
Yeah, glow.
You're so funny. Yeah.
Brandon's adorable, beautiful assistant.
Yes.
Also my niece,
Also, your water girl.
my water girl apparently, lunch girl, whatever you
Making
want to call
sure
her.
that you're
Yeah, making sure I'm not making a total ass out of
all,
myself.
all
on
those
this.
all those things. Yep.
Anyway, so Topanga is on the hillside in the
Yeah.
forest.
Yeah.
600. But so do they have a big lot? for
So
$2
they have. That's what
million?
I'm saying. It's like a lot of acreage comes with that.
Okay.
With that land. So what you're doing is you're paying for the land.
Yeah.
And with people now after COVID, they've realized they can actually just work from home wherever they want.
Yep.
And so this family was living in the middle of Santa Monica, which was like congested and you can't really go to parks and stuff like that. Now they have like 3, 4, 5, 6 acres to just, I don't remember. That's why I'm saying, because there's 3 parcels included in the sale. So I think it's like 4 or 5 acres that like are part of their property
$2
now
million.
that, yeah.
Are they going to build on it?
Probably. There's a guest house on it. There's like carports, and they've got room to build other stuff. So they'll probably do like a swing set for the kids and stuff like that. So
Wow.
it'll be good times.
So I mean, when you think about like where you're living and everything, so we just came back from Hawaii. We stayed in a condo, and you can legitimately like we could have stayed there and worked there,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
nobody really would have.
I mean,
known.
Shelly didn't work at all, but she could have.
I could have if I wanted to,
Just wanna
but
put that out there.
I did. I worked actually I love Hawaii because we're 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So, I'd wake up at 6 because my family wasn't awake just yet, and I'd work till like 8, 9.
Yeah.
And it would be like noon for us here. So I love actually going to Hawaii. But being out there and everything, literally, I wish I'd gone out there sooner because we could have had our,
Yeah.
pandemic out there. You know what I mean?
Did you
Spend our
have
time out
to?
there.
Did you have to get tested before you came back, or
Not
tested
coming
before you
back
got
to
there?
go in. So we
Okay.
did to Oahu, and then when we went from Oahu to Maui, we tested again. It was
Okay.
kind of crazy.
So there's been, I mean, everybody I talk to, I feel like is saying, I'm going to Hawaii, or I just
Yeah.
came back, or,
Yeah.
and I told the
see.
kids too, when I came back from Destin, I was like, let's go to Hawaii. And they're just like, what? No. I'm like, what is
No?
wrong? No, they don't want to go.
I'll go. You want to
You
go?
wanna go? Yeah.
Let's go.
You can be my, I'm going to.
There you go. Beta'll go. Beta, we
will
got.
Beta, it's be weird, but yeah. No, we can go.
No, you're
You
like
can
his
be my,
auntie. You be his auntie. You're
I'd be his auntie. I'm
Yeah.
going to be your auntie, Beta.
Manang. Oh, sorry. I mean, friend.
I
Whatever.
don't even know what's happening anymore. All right. So,
Back to real estate.
back
Exposed.
to real estate exposed. Yeah, let's talk about lumber prices. You sent me this article about lumber prices.
So lumber prices are actually down, which is crazy, but the shortage from like
being so high up?
1,600 to 1,000. So halfway mark almost,
Okay. Whereas normally they would be 500
right? 7.
a piece of lumber.
Yeah, just
Or a
like one
tree?
piece of
Is
wood.
it like a whole tree?
It's one piece of
One
wood,
piece of wood
comes
about
in.
this big?
I think they go by yardage. Is that right? We need Jason back. Can we call Jason?
I know. I don't know.
Can you help?
Yeah, we could go.
But we
get out
talked.
this
He
year.
talked a little bit about the supply chains, and that's been the issue right now. Is that it's no longer. It's not that it's no longer. Just the cost for new construction is much higher.
Yeah.
And now labor again is one of the bigger issues.
Yeah.
That's what I sent over.
Nice. Thanks. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And that was a great.
So I don't think that that's really gonna. So the inventory problem, I think, will probably sustain for a little while, right?
because there's no
Because
way
we
to
can't build enough homes
Yeah.
to.
That's kind of, I mean, that makes me sad a little bit, but also makes me a little excited because that means that at some point this is going to fix itself. I mean, we talked, remember the one show we did where we're like, okay, so we have a shortage of lumber, we have a shortage of cars, we have a shortage of water,
Paint,
we have
yeah.
a shortage of paint.
Remember, somebody mentioned that there's a
Paint?
shortage of paint, right?
Paint where?
From China?
No.
The materials?
Stop yourself right now. I
Serious.
don't remember that. Shortage of paint, a shortage of sand. We talked about the shortage of sand.
To buy sand, yeah. Or
Not to buy sand, but well, I will tell you, Destin has a shit ton of sand. You can go get it from there.
You probably
And
still
I
have
probably
some
have a little bit somewhere in my cracks and my crevices. Like there's
cracks
definitely
and crevices
on
Real Estate Exposed today.
And I was pulling out sand. I've probably washed my hair, but I still feel like there's sand in here somewhere. Like
You'll find it. I mean, even as it's going to be a wonderful memory of you going through that experience.
what I was saying earlier was I washed my clothes and I there was still sand in them, and then I dried them, so I put them outside and I like shook them out. And the other day we went in the pool. And the kids come back from the pool and they're stepping into the house. And they're like, why is there sand on the floor? And I was like, courtesy of Destin.
That's right.
Courtesy of Destin.
Of immersion.
Yeah. So there's a ton of sand over there if anybody needs it. All right. So there's that. Then you sent something about Google.
Google. So Google
First
opened up their
retail
first
store.
store. Right. So are they trying to be like Apple?
I don't understand. I don't get it though. What, like Google, like a Google phone?
Like
your thing?
Google.com. No, they're going to just, this is
So
not
do you
Google
buy
anymore.
the website there? What do you buy?
I think it's there. So they open it up to basically very similar to like Apple. They're going to show all their products, but also to just they've got so much technology that's happening. They're going to start it with this one first, or with this first store, to be able to showcase different things like that, all the different technology that they do.
So that store is not opening here in Vegas. It's opening in
not.
New York in Chelsea neighborhood.
Yep.
On Thursday. Was that an old article? Was that yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Nope. That article came out yesterday. So maybe it's for next Thursday. Whatever. It's coming out. So you can come and buy Pixel phones, Chromebooks, Nest gadgets,
Androids.
Fitbit wearables.
That's why I was so excited about it.
And more.
I'm
Androids.
going to New York. Yeah. Do you know what that is?
What's an Android?
Oh my God.
So what is that phone? Like my friend just gave me her phone the other day and it was like the one that opens like this, like a book.
A
It's
Razr.
A BlackBerry. A Razr.
Do you know what those are? Do you remember that?
It's a flip phone.
Yeah.
She's got a flip phone.
I've never seen. Yes, that was like one of my favorite Motorola Razrs.
It was kind of cool when you got mad. You're like,
Exactly.
Like you just
So
slammed it and
dramatic.
pushed it down. They can't do that anymore, right?
No.
What's happening? What are you doing?
Beta's going to show us.
No,
Beta's
he's
going to take
working on
off
something else. So
Google. See? Google. So true. It's not going to be like an Apple store where you're just going to go in there and it's going to be like an experience store. So you can go in there. They're going to have like the technology that they have for stuff as well as.
It looks like a toy store.
It does. That's one section of it. But then look at the
The little.
what do you call that
hangout
stuff?
section.
The VR stuff?
That's cool. I got my kids a
Yeah.
VR headset and they were so excited and they used it for a day.
That's not what always happens.
Yeah. They
For
were like,
these-
Mommy, we
these
really want
kids.
a VR headset. And I'm like, okay. So I bought them a VR headset. Guess what? I don't even know where it is anymore. I don't think they do. The VR headsets? Well, it looks like you might be getting it. Since I'm your auntie, I can give you one.
I think he'd prefer to go to Hawaii though. Actually, you could VR the Hawaii experience.
Yeah,
you
there
don't
you
even
go.
have to go.
We'll VR the Hawaii experience. So Google is opening a store. We've got a lumber shortage. We still have a sand shortage everywhere except in Destin. What else you got? Let's talk about rates. What you got going on?
Rates
with
have actually been doing pretty well. Oh, we could talk a little bit about this new program. So,
What new program?
we talked.
Tell us all about it.
So you remember back in the days when we were back in the days working like all the REO stuff and all the craziness that led to that?
Yeah.
Stated income, no
Yeah.
income,
Yep.
no assets.
Oh, that program.
That program, which is crazy.
How is that even? But they only have a certain amount of dollars that are available for that, right?
No, it's actually through a bank, so they haven't limited it. It's just the biggest piece is back then we were doing 80/20s, remember? 80/20s, just put,
I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, but sure, I'll remember.
that was-
I'll remember 10 years ago. Let's do
80/20s,
that.
which would be, and stated incomes, which meant you basically told us what income you needed to qualify for that loan. We never verified it. We never checked it out. And in some cases, we just needed their social security and a signature.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's back, except for the fact that this is requiring to have at least 25 to 30% down payment. So really, it's a collateralized loan.
Okay.
Right? You're actually putting an investment into the home.
So it's not like
The
you can just
risk
walk
is
into
not.
a house for free and say, "This is how much I make,"
Yeah.
and give me
Exactly.
$600,000 to
to buy the home, even though I don't want to document any of my income. So I think it's a great program for self-employed borrowers.
Yeah.
A lot of our tip earners, and actually for our
Commission-based?
investors, commission-based.
Yeah.
Your realtors
I mean,
who are
I
self-employed.
pay myself a salary, but if I didn't,
Yeah.
right, I would be
It'd be harder.
commission-based.
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't have to verify the income. It's based on pretty good credit, like it's 680 FICO score. Rates are actually pretty good, 30-year fixed, no prepayment penalty. I just was more shocked that investors are coming out with
do
this
it.
type of a program, right?
Do you think they're doing it, not to make investors sound like assholes, but do you think they're doing it because they know that there's going to be a change in our industry a little bit with all of these landlord-tenant issues where landlords haven't been able to pay, or even owners haven't been able to pay because they lost their job, and so maybe they're just like getting back on the bandwagon to foreclose on properties and
So you're talking
and get bailed
about
out
an
by
investor,
the government.
an investor actually purchasing, because this would actually be owner occupied for somebody
Yeah.
to buy a home, which we're having limited inventory. But I don't know, because I do hear a lot of investors are coming in and they're holding. The strategy is to hold.
Yeah.
So the rental market at some, there's anticipation that, the rental market is obvious hot, right? It's even higher than it has been for a while. And so are they picking this up because they believe that will happen, foreclosures will happen, and then people have to go into homes and rent and all that good stuff?
Yeah.
No? Yes?
No, I don't know. Are they?
I don't know.
I asked you.
I don't
You
know.
can't ask me the question I asked you.
Yes. No. Well,
You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. It's a possibility. It's probably not.
Because foreclosures, do you really think
So
we're going to
clear.
have the slew of foreclosures like we did before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
I do
either.
not think so at all. I think that there's a big difference between last time and this time.
Yeah.
This time also, so I just actually did a video that's hopefully being edited right now by my assistant. That video is
Is she looking at you? Are you editing a video?
no,
He's
no,
like,
no.
I'm not
it's-
doing it now.
No, so I have him do some stuff, and then I have my assistant do some. So I've been recording, and I'm really like, because of my experience last week, I'm like, why am I editing my own videos? I got an assistant. She needs shit to do. I'm gonna give her shit to do.
You need to read a book, Who Not How.
Who, not how?
Yeah, you're going to love a book. You're going to be, everything is going to get delegated in your life.
Are you gonna bring it to me?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll buy you that book.
So
Or bring me
that's
that book.
how I get books is from you.
Good. Aw, I'm going to be called the book lady instead of the cat
The
lady.
cat lady, you're the book lady. Well, I heard you have an abundance of books in your house, and
Oh,
you're on
shoot.
like book, like what is it?
I have a lot of books. I like to read.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah. I mean, I
I didn't for years. I just started.
the
liking
hard
to
part
read.
is people will tell me about books, and then I used to just write them down. I'd be like, oh man, what's that book? So now I just go into Amazon.
Buy
It gets
it.
delivered, and at one point in my life, I'll read it.
So do you like reading, or are you the audio, or do you do both?
So I've been, ever since I did 75 Hard, I started to learn how to read again. And I actually enjoy that. So there's certain books that I will read, and then there's certain books that I will listen to, and then I'll
Yep.
buy the book to read if I
Yeah.
really think it's a book I need to see visually.
So I am reading the 4-Hour Work Week right now.
It's
book
a
that you
long
gave
one.
me.
Yeah, that's been a long time.
I'm almost done with it.
Okay.
Well, because I was reading another book when you gave it to me.
Oh.
I've read 2 other books, so I have an order. Like I don't.
You don't mix and match?
No,
I like to jump stories. It's kind of a cool way to.
No, yeah. I
Choose
have an
your own
order, like-
adventure.
but I am listening to Atomic Habits right now.
That's a great book.
Yeah, but I'm not reading it. I'm listening to it.
Yeah. I think
And
that
I
one.
listen to it in the car, but a lot of it, like I get, like I've already.
Yeah.
I feel like the Ripple Effect. I read that. I feel like that Atomic
I never read
Habits.
that one.
Huh?
The
It's
Ripple
like
Effect?
It's like 10 pages. It's not. It's Compound.
The
Effect.
compound. No.
No.
The compound effect
Maybe
is
it
a
was.
few pages. Darren
The
Hardy.
Ripple, something. Oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna
I
look
say
it
Google.
up. But there's also, and then I read The Dip, which is the Ripple Effect.
The Dip. Man, why
The
did I-
Dip, The
why you
Dip
holding
is a
down on
great
me?
one.
Like
Um,
old school grade or like.
The Dip I read, it's probably 80 pages long or whatever. I read on the plane ride to Destin. It
Oh,
was
I
something
have that. It's like a little manuscript type. Yeah. Okay. I have that one.
super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I've read a couple of books. I've got You Are a Badass is on its way to me.
That's a good book. Mhm.
And then what was the other one? Somebody just recommended I should read. Break the Rules, I think. I can't remember. Is it called Break
That's
the
all
Rules?
about you.
Huh?
I'm reading
It's
Winning
all
right
about
now.
me.
Have
Ew.
you? You're-
I don't break the rules.
yeah, you do.
All the time. I actually do.
Have you
Exposed.
started to read Winning?
Yeah, I actually read or listened to it on Audible.
Yeah.
And I finished it. It was really good.
Yeah.
I like the chapter talking about the dark side.
The
The
maybe I haven't
dark
gotten there.
side.
It talks a lot
I would
about
like
Michael
that
Jordan
chapter,
and Kobe, which I think is pretty interesting to hear, like how they trained.
Better than before.
Oh, you told me about that. Yeah.
Better than
Yeah,
before.
that's a good book.
That should be arriving in like 6 weeks.
In 6 weeks?
I don't know. I like the hardback. I don't like the
Really?
soft books, and I don't like.
They're heavy when you have to take them to the airport.
Oh, I don't care. I like them. I like them heavy.
Yeah.
So
Exposed.
Kim's
on.
Kim is on. She's been.
Oh, yes.
Kim's
Androids do
amazing.
rule.
All right, we're over that. So let's talk about
V's going to cut a beyond.
Juneteenth. Juneteenth.
Yes. Yes.
That's a thing. Like it just you wanted to talk about it.
Well, so you know how it affects us as in the industry.
No.
It's so for rescission dates, and I mean you guys go calendar business dates, but like closing disclosure, that affects you, right? You know what a CD is?
Yes.
And so the CD
This is not my first rodeo. This
I
is
know.
the first time I've done a real estate
So for a
transaction.
CD, we cannot a federal holiday and a Sunday does not count for the timestamp, right?
Okay.
So we've got CDs out. Biden just, I think it's official as of like Thursday. And so now they're recognizing it as of this week. So anybody who had a CD out today, we could no longer count Saturday. That's the day that they
But
are recognizing it.
Juneteenth is it's the 19th.
Yeah, but I don't know why tomorrow.
For some reason I felt like it should be the 16th. Okay. So
It's a combination of June and the
Juneteenth and
19th. I get it.
and 19th?
Yeah, that's why it's called
Juneteenth.
June.
Oh, for June 19th. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can't count Saturday.
Yeah, so imagine we've got clients out there thinking they can count Saturday as a close of escrow date. We got to wait now, or not a close of
An
escrow,
extra
but as
day.
a rescission date, and now you have to wait.
One
I
more
think that's
day.
kind of crazy.
So they get 4 days instead of, because Sunday they get 2, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So they get 5 days.
Yeah. So you have to basically push a day because of this new holiday.
Please drink your water. 'cause
This
you'll
new
sweat.
holiday that has just happened
Yeah.
on Thursday. That was just passed.
I feel like so what was the purpose of it? What is it?
Oh, this is a question.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have it here. It's Juneteenth is a federal holiday in the United States. On June 15th, 2021, the Senate unanimously passed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act, establishing Juneteenth as a federal holiday. It's subsequently passed through the House. Okay, we don't need to know all the votes. Why is Juneteenth called Juneteenth? The term Juneteenth is a blend of the words June and 19th. The holiday has also been called Juneteenth Independence Day or Freedom Day. The national reckoning over race helped set the stage for Juneteenth to become the first new federal holiday since 1983, when Martin Luther King Jr. Day was created.
Isn't that crazy?
Why is that crazy? That's cool.
I don't know, just to have something like that actually passed in our. I mean, were you here when Martin Luther King?
So for Juneteenth, I was not around.
I know, right?
I mean, I was around actually. I was.
We
I was
just weren't
around.
paying any attention.
I was around. Yes, I was around. I just come into this country
Really?
like a year prior to that. Yeah.
Oh.
So what do you say on Juneteenth that says here? Just say Happy Juneteenth. The easiest way to wish someone a Happy Juneteenth is by messaging them and wishing them a fulfilled day, similar to Black History Month and other important anniversaries in Black Americans.
Do you say
it's
that,
important
like-
to acknowledge it as an American holiday, even if you do not celebrate it.
So do we say Happy President's Day, Happy MLK Day? Do we say that?
No, I usually say like Happy. What is that? St. Patty's Day. Like
Every day? Every
day
Every
is Happy
holiday.
St. Patty's Day. Yeah,
I
no.
agree. I wish.
I don't think we do that, but I mean, it says that if you were to say it, this is how you would say it.
Got it.
It's not saying you have to say it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not as though it's like you're going to go to the grocery store and everybody's going to have a big barbecue for this day.
I feel like we
July
should. I
4th.
feel like we should make it a thing.
It is a thing now. So for those of you who are expecting to sign your docs on Monday, we have to unfortunately push it to Tuesday.
So why is June 19th a holiday? President Biden just signed a bill establishing June 19th as Juneteenth National Independence Day. The U.S. federal holiday commemorates the end of slavery in the United States.
That's
and
what
it
it
is the first federal holiday established
Yeah.
since Martin Luther King.
Emancipation
thought-
Day.
Emancipate.
We should really pull Kim on here. She's really smart.
right.
Yes. She's going to be our next guest.
All right.
You
And
thought what?
Juneteenth has a flag.
Sorry.
Juneteenth has a flag. Who
No
is that?
way. No, I don't know. My phone has. It's a Google phone.
So the flag colors are red, white, and blue.
Are you joking?
It says it. I'm sorry. Display. So it's the same as our flag, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So displaying that all American slaves and their descendants were American. However, many in the black community have adopted the Pan-African flag, red, black, and green. The colors represent the blood, soil, and prosperity of Africa and its people. Okay, so it's not red, white, and blue. It's red, black, and green. So here's the thing. I don't watch the news, right? I refuse because it depresses me and it makes me sad.
same.
So unless someone tells me that shit's happening, I have no idea. So
But you
thanks for
read a
telling
lot.
me. I didn't realize this was
Well,
a thing.
the only
I
reason-
read a lot, but that's all old stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
in a book, right?
Yeah.
It's been written. It's not like I read the newspaper.
So the only reason
I
I
know-
knew about it is because I got a memo that said, "Hey, by the way,
One more day.
Juneteenth exactly Juneteenth has passed, and now it is not considered in your rescission or your day for CD."
That's crazy.
I know,
But
and it just so
also
happened
cool.
to fall. It is very cool.
But it's cool. It's weird that they made it happen the same week, right? Like you just signed it on the 15th, and
That's
now
true,
4 days
yeah.
later. I think that's a little crazy, but
Yeah.
I also understand that there's the need for it. Were you about to pop that up for us? Yeah, he's gonna show us our
That's the flag.
that's the flag.
Wow.
So it is red, white, and blue. And then there's see the one right there on the right where it says Juneteenth celebration freedom.
Oh.
That is that one right there. It's red. It is red, black, and green. And so the red represents blood, the black represents soil, and the green represents prosperity of Africa and its people.
So what do? You have a special flag for?
I don't know. But
We
it's
need
kinda
to do
cool.
some research.
What
on
else
this.
is going on in the world, Shelly? Tell me what else is going on.
That's all. I don't watch the news either.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like. I'm the same. I read books or I listen to audiobooks and all that stuff.
Well, we suck at bringing it together.
Oh,
then,
I'll
right?
tell you a story. So, with my my tenant,
Yes.
I'm going through the CHAPS process.
No way.
Yes. Okay. So when we were
Okay.
on vacation, I got a notification from our tenant saying, "Hey, I've now moved along to an actual work. I forgot which caseworker."
Oh, good. Okay.
So she's gone through this whole process. It's taken her probably 2 months, I think, when she first started it. And so she got through this process literally within like 2 days from getting the caseworker. It was like, now it's your turn. You got to jump online
Aw.
as a landlord, get on to the portal, upload your W-9s, tell us what the situation as far as the rents and all that good stuff. And they will pay the late fees, all of the rents that have the back rents, and then they're going to look to pay future based on a 12-month time frame. Is that crazy?
So, but they're only paying you 75% of the rent that's due.
Full amount
Oh,
and the late fees.
nice. So those people who evicted their tenants, unfortunately, are not getting that. So
well,
if
because you
you're
had to probably go through this process,
yeah,
right?
so you have to have a tenant in place in order for it to happen. But the weird thing is, so this was a bill that just got passed during the session.
the CHAPS.
Not CHAPS.
Oh, that?
Is
Oh.
it CHAPS or are you doing it through?
It's CHAPS. This is
nice.
CHAPS.
Okay. So there's another program that just got passed through the legislative process, and that only has a certain amount of money in it, but it's meant to help landlords. If you don't evict the tenant, they pay 75% of your rent for you that's owed to you, and you can't evict the tenant while you're getting this money.
So that would, because that's one of the things, right? The rental market is really hot. And so, we have an opportunity to, the thought is, well, should we just, go now that we can evict and get a higher rent? That's the hardest part for us right now. We're like, well, now that we're going to get paid at X amount of date. You know what I mean? What
Yeah.
should we do? Do we keep that person in there or tenant in there or look to,
So just
Getting a
double check
tenant.
because the program might say that you can't.
yeah,
You
I
can't
am
evict
not,
them.
as you just said that. But so then can you do both?
Take a note, write it down.
I,
I don't know.
I'm going to rewatch this video as I watch
you're not.
myself sweating on camera.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
possible that they could have
A clause that you would-
clause in there.
yeah.
Yeah, that
But
says
I
if you
wonder if you
accept
could-
these funds, you can't evict the tenant
Yeah.
up to so many days or whatever it is. But our state eviction moratorium is over. Our national CDC eviction moratorium will be over at the end of this month. So it'll be interesting to see like what comes about after that happens.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah, and because also unemployment runs out too, right?
Correct.
In September, I think.
Unemployment, I thought, ran out months ago.
No, I think it goes. Everybody says Labor Day.
I
so.
still had somebody file an unemployment claim against me for me.
What?
Like it showed up at my house or I'm at the office saying, you know, Vandana Chimabala is requesting unemployment from Vandana Chimabala LLC. And I'm like,
You had 2 of them?
yeah. So
wow.
one of the really cool things that I learned is that you can actually create an unemployment file under your name using your social security number so that nobody else can use it. Right? So if somebody does, then it triggers you.
That's pretty cool. Why and how? Like if they had to go through that process,
People did it during as soon as we shut down, so many unemployment claims were filed. So many. So I actually went online and then I submitted something saying, hey, this is fraudulent. But nobody has called me back about it.
Wow. For the 2 times.
Yeah. So crazy.
That's crazy.
And then, so I have another thing here that said, like another article in the Review Journal that Nevada Hand is actually Nevada Hand and NV Energy are partnering together to upgrade refrigerators for residents.
Get out.
Yeah,
Tell
do
me
you need a new
more. Tell me
fridge?
more. Yes.
I mean, it's one of those basic, like with the freezer on top and but it's still an upgrade for some.
True.
I mean, it's a great outdoor refrigerator for you.
Yeah.
You can put your extra stuff in the outside.
Okay.
No?
Because I got to get rid of that turkey in order to be fine without the turkey in there.
Your turkey is still in there?
Yes.
Girl, you need to say bye to it.
I
need
know.
to let it go.
No, it's not my turkey. That's
You
my
need
husband's
to let it go.
turkey.
Your
Let it
husband
go.
needs to let it go.
Good. Yes.
Like, 100%.
Honey, you need to let it
Honey,
go.
you need to let it go. Right? Get that turkey out of your freezer.
Right? Out of our lives. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they got upgraded appliances to help them save money on their utility bills as part of a partnership between nonprofit Affordable Housing Group and NV Energy, which is,
What do you
I
have
mean,
to-
there's a purpose behind it, right? Which is kind of cool.
Oh, for reduction in.
Yeah,
in
to help them
payment.
with their bills.
That's pretty cool. So do you have to? Will they come and deliver it? Or you got to go pick it up.
I don't know. It looks like it's being delivered based on the pictures that I can see.
Nice.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. So we just finished the legislative process. I got my award back. Thank you for not taking it to Fremont Street for your birthday beta, because I probably wouldn't have seen it. It probably would have fallen. They were
So
talking
what happened?
about
You
it.
got an award and
Huh?
You just didn't see the picture.
Oh, come on. You took it? So I saw it last week. They had it like sitting here.
Yeah.
And so they had said, it might go to Fremont Street. And I was like, what? So, but while I was gone, every day I would get like a text message or something saying, look, your award is now, doing accounting. Your award is now doing da-da-da.
Yeah.
Your award is
so
now
somebody
having
picked it up
cake.
for you.
Yeah, well, Brandon, it was fun. So I heard, because I don't know if you remember, but Brandon was like, are you coming to the event? And I'm like, no, I'm going to be out of town. He's like, you should come. Why aren't you coming to the event? I'm like, I'm not coming. I go, what? You don't have a girlfriend? Like, what is going on? Like, why are you pushing
Does that
me
always
to come
feel
to
like a
this
plus
event?
one request when he's like,
I'm like, why do you need me to be there, right? And then that night I got text messages and because I was out of town, so I kept getting text messages and all sorts of shit
Oh.
like congratulations and all these people holding my award and giving it kisses and
That's
like
funny.
sticking it in places they shouldn't have. And then so I got all these pictures and I know you didn't do it, but you took pictures of it. And so
In those
there were all
places?
there were all these pictures of like random things happening with the award. And I text Brad, I'm like, no wonder you were like, why aren't you going? Why aren't you going? It was because he knew.
Yeah.
He knew I was getting an award.
So
he
what was
just
the
didn't tell
award
me.
for?
Oh,
Gosh.
so it was for like my involvement
Top realtor
in
of
politics.
the. Oh.
It was for my involvement in politics. You know how much I love politics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an award for that.
Very cool.
For how much I love politics. No, it was because because I've been part of the
Past-
legislative
yeah.
session every single year. I'm a trustee for NEVRPAC, trustee for BORPAC. I'm the vice chair for BORPAC this year. So, and I read all the bills or
You
the bills
do.
that affect real estate.
That's why they
anywhere.
call you the hammer.
Yeah, well, something like that. I don't think that's why they call me the Hammer, but I know the
Why do
rules
they
pretty
call you
well.
the Hammer?
They call me the Hammer because you don't want to get a call from me because I'm gonna hammer your ass.
Or cut your
Or
ass.
cut you.
She
Yeah.
will cut
It'll
you.
be one of those things. So
She will cut a.
So yeah.
Gosh.
So he was gonna take the award to Fremont Street for his birthday, and then he
Probably too heavy,
gave
huh?
it to me on Tuesday.
And it
was
probably
heavy.
doesn't. You can't pick up chicks with a big ass award. It doesn't say.
If it was like a cup, I would have brought it.
A cup?
would've been
What?
awesome.
That would have been great.
Yes.
That would have been amazing.
Just fill it up the whole night.
All right. So next time I get the cup one, I'll make sure that I'm not present so you can take it around for a visit.
Speaking of the cup, they
The
had
cup.
one.
They had one that looked like a cup they were giving out, but
Yeah.
Were you there at the?
Yeah, he was at the
very
award. He was one of the
cool.
people that
That's
sent a
how
picture. Are you
he
still
ex-
looking at your face? What's
Yeah, I'm
happening?
looking. No, I'm.
It's
I'm-
fine. Your hair looks crazy. but
He
the rest of you
accepted
looks
the
fine.
award on your behalf.
No, Brandon did. So Brandon apparently went up and said, from what I understand, because I wasn't there, somebody told me they're like, Brandon's speech was amazing, and I was like, it was. So I'm like, hey, what did Brandon say? I asked a couple of people. They're like, he went up there and he said, I'd like to thank Brandon Roberts,
Yes.
and then just walked off
No
the stage.
way.
I was like,
That is so
"What?"
Brandon.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so
Nobody videotaped that?
Yeah, I don't know if they. That's what I was asking. So I asked Beta. I think you were the one that told me. I was like, "Did you videotape? I heard he did a really good speech." He was like, yeah, not so much."
Definitely.
second clip, I don't know.
2-second clip. I would like to
He was
thank
probably
Brandon
too
Roberts.
embarrassed.
Seriously.
Shy.
So speaking of the cup,
Let's speak about the
let's
cup.
speak about the cup. Oh
Crazy.
my god!
I know.
I mean, it's not like it's the first time we've been this close.
I know,
but
right? It's a little, yeah.
It's weird. Like I want to say we're gonna make it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna win the cup this year. You know.
I'm wearing my lucky. Well, I'm not wearing it because I probably like drown in sweat. But
Yeah.
I do have my lucky gold jacket. It
Yeah.
feels different, to be very honest with you. I wasn't really I mean, not the whole team and everything. That's what it just. It's different. I don't know.
What do you mean
I
it's
really do
different?
think that I don't know. Their players are different and.
Okay.
I mean, obviously the coach is different. It just feels a little different, even in the arena and everything. So
I think they're gonna pull it off.
I think so too. But
I
I wasn't
really do.
gonna.
Oh, jinx it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I just screw that up for everybody? I'm sorry. I lied. They're not. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know anything. Just leave me out of it.
I mean, if they played like they did first period of the last game, then that could be questionable. But
I was like the last game we lost.
Yeah.
Right. That was a home game.
That was. It was
Tonight is an
really
away
sad.
game.
correct.
Then you've got a home game Sunday.
No, they're away.
Oh, Sunday's an away.
Yep.
Then Tuesday's a home game.
Correct.
So crazy.
I know.
So
I'm hoping they
crazy.
pick it up on and then we head into the next
And then
round,
the cup.
and then the cup. Be
Yeah.
Exciting. Can you imagine?
We're talking about the
Vegas?
Golden Knights, by the way. If anybody,
Please.
because we just talked about the cup and we're like, let's talk about the cup,
The
and then we
Stanley
just
Cup.
never talked about what it was
Yes,
for.
that's right. We have a victory jacket and we have a I don't even know, a luminary light that Kim plays or that she turns on, and they've won every single time.
Get it,
I
girl.
I went to the game on Monday, which, out of like everybody's request for me not to go to the game, I was like, listen, it's the first game. If they lose, whatever. But they won, so I was like, okay.
So you're not jinxed.
So I went to this second game thinking, okay,
So
I'm going to
you
wear
are
the same
jinxed.
clothes, shoes, underwear, hat,
wash them?
everything. The only thing we did different, we parked at the Aria instead of the New York, New York. I know. Seriously. It's crazy. So we'll see. Tuesday's coming. Although I'm bringing the whole gang. I'm bringing my whole team to the game.
It was
It'll be
funny
fun.
because I was watching in Destin last Sunday. I was watching the game there, and there were people like sitting at the bar. Yes, I was sitting at the bar. It was before
they-
immersion started. And I was like, hey, can you put the
could be
game
what you're
on? The guy, the bartender was Indian as well. And I was like, can you put on the game? And he was like, which one? And I said, the ice hockey game. I go out and watch our team. And there were like all these people. They're like, you have ice hockey in Vegas? I was like, where have you been?
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
like, where have you been?
That was so 3 years ago.
So 3 years ago. I know. But Kim's going to light her victory candle.
Your
Shelly's
victory
going to wear
candle,
her
that's right.
victory jacket.
Yep.
And we're going to pull in a
And
win
go
today.
Knights go.
Go Knights
tonight.
go. Yeah.
Starts at 5:00.
So,
I
all right.
know.
Well,
that a
with
wrap?
that, I think that's a wrap. I think,
did it.
yeah, we did it. High five. We don't need Brandon or whatever we just did. That wasn't a high five.
That was Knuckles.
That was Knuckles. So thanks so much for listening in today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and push the notification button. That's all I got.
That's a wrap.
Bye.
Bye for now.